Eustace Conway, the rugged survivalist from Mountain Men, has always been a figure of mystery and adventure. For years, he captivated viewers with his ability to live off the grid, becoming the epitome of wilderness living. However, his recent absence from the show has left fans questioning. Has Eustace retreated to an even more remote part of the world, or is there another reason for his disappearance? Before Mountain Men, Eustace had already cemented his place in the world of survivalists. He was featured in Elizabeth Gilbert's The Last American Man and Sarah Vowell's Adventures in the Simple Life. Born in 1961 in Columbia, South Carolina, Eustace developed a profound connection to nature from a young age. While many kids were growing up in suburban homes, he spent his early years camping near Asheville, North Carolina, on land tied to his grandfather's Camp Sequoia, founded in 1928. Eustace's parents, both educators and nature lovers, nurtured his love for the outdoors. His father, a chemical engineering professor, shared his passion for adventure, taking Eustace on hikes to identify plants, whitewater canoe trips, and more. By 17, Eustace made the decision to leave suburban life behind. He moved into a teepee, refining his survival skills while most teenagers were concerned with high school dances and curfews. Eustace's life story could easily be a survivalist's dream: rock climbing, horseback riding, archery, and living off the land. His natural charisma and self-sufficiency made him an ideal fit for Mountain Men. Yet, his absence from the show has left fans speculating. Is Eustace embarking on a new journey, or has he simply retreated further into the wilderness, away from the spotlight? Whatever the case, his legacy as a true mountain man endures, as enduring as the cabins he's built by hand. Eustace Conway transformed what many would call roughing it into a lifelong quest for freedom and self-sufficiency. For over 17 years, he lived entirely off the land, hunting, planting, harvesting, and building shelters as nature dictated. To him, survival wasn't just about getting by, it was about thriving. While many of us struggle to start a campfire with a lighter, Eustace could do it from scratch, with no guidebook necessary. As for his style, forget about brand names. Eustace's wardrobe was all about buckskin, durable, practical, and built for survival. It may not have been runway material, but it was perfectly suited to his rugged lifestyle, and perhaps could have sparked a wilderness fashion line. Survive in Style by Eustace. Eustace's sense of adventure knew no bounds. Whether he was canoeing 1,000 miles down the Mississippi River, hiking the Appalachian Trail barefoot, or kayaking beside icebergs and whales in Alaska, Eustace continuously pushed the limits of human endurance. He even trekked across continents, forging deep connections with indigenous tribes and communities along the way. These experiences not only honed his survival skills, but also shaped his philosophy, one that emphasizes the harmony between humanity and the natural world. Surprisingly, Eustace Conway has also held regular jobs, at least as regular as they come for a wilderness expert. He worked as a federal interpreter at Chaco Canyon National Park and as a state naturalist at Crowder Mountain Park in North Carolina. His efforts helped these parks flourish, proving that his skills weren't just about surviving in the wild, but about enhancing and protecting it. Coming from a family of educators, it was inevitable that Eustace would channel his vast knowledge into teaching. He became a sought-after speaker, sharing insights on Native American traditions, ecological preservation, and sustainable living. His lectures became a platform for promoting environmental ethics, establishing him as a key figure in the movement for sustainable living. Eustace's most significant achievement is Turtle Island Preserve, his expansive 1,000-acre nonprofit focused on wilderness preservation and teaching self-sufficiency. What began as a humble 30-acre patch of land grew into the fully developed preserve it is today, as Eustace risked everything to create a space where people could reconnect with nature. Think of it as his own personal Disneyland, minus the roller coasters, but with plenty of goats to milk. Turtle Island blends history, ecology, and culture, offering workshops and immersive experiences that are as educational as they are transformative. It's much more than just just a piece of land, it's a living testament to Eustace's philosophy. A place where people can learn, adapt, and live in harmony with nature. Despite his fame and accomplishments, Eustace has stayed grounded. With his long hair, minimalist style, and rustic lifestyle, he often appears more like a character from a 19th century history book than a modern reality TV star. Yet, behind the buckskin attire lies a man whose net worth exceeds $200,000, supported by the millions invested in his nonprofit preserve. Eustace Conway's life stands as a powerful reminder that living authentically, even off the beaten path, can lead to extraordinary success. Whether he's teaching survival skills, running Turtle Island, or inspiring fans worldwide, Eustace proves that the wilderness isn't just a place, it's a way of life. Turtle Island Preserve is a place where self-reliance is the guiding principle. Everything, from gardens and tools to meals and even medicines, comes from the land. Visitors swap modern luxuries for primitive huts, built from bamboo and logs, embracing a way of life far removed from the conveniences of modern living. For Eustace, Turtle Island is a sanctuary, preserving the natural world and offering others the chance to live simply. As time has passed, even Eustace has evolved. He now welcomes visitors, participates in interviews, and has swapped his rugged buckskins for jeans and a hat. Yet his core message remains unchanged. Happiness doesn't depend on Wi-Fi or flat screens. Whether milking goats or teaching fire building, Eustace shows that true fulfillment comes from connecting with nature. Eustace's unconventional lifestyle has turned him into a celebrity. He's been featured in magazines, inspired books like The Last American Man, and starred in the History Channel's Mountain Men, where Turtle Island became a fan favorite. The show brought him fame, but also its share of challenges. Expanding Turtle Island to accommodate visitors came with legal hurdles, including a high-profile lawsuit over government regulations, which he fought and ultimately won. Despite his success, Eustace Conway made the decision to step away from Mountain Men. The constant presence of cameras and the scripted nature of the episodes conflicted with his desire for a simple, free life. While fans miss him on television, Eustace continues to inspire with his unwavering commitment to living on his own terms, surrounded by the natural world he holds dear. Eustace's departure from the show has left many fans speculating about the reasons behind his exit. Known for his deep connection to nature and a life off the grid, it's possible that the reality of being filmed for a TV show started to feel too on-grid for him. After all, how can you preach the beauty of solitude when you're constantly dodging drones and camera crews? Heartbreak could have played a significant role in his decision. Eustace lost his close friend and adventure partner of over 35 years, Preston Roberts, during the show's 6th season. Preston's battle with liver cancer and eventual passing was a devastating blow to Eustace. Their bond was far more profound than what viewers saw on screen, and losing someone so integral to his life likely pushed Eustace back to the solace of the woods, where he could find peace away from the public eye. Burnout is another possibility. After a decade of Mountain Men, numerous cast members stepped away to focus on personal priorities. Marty Maiorato, for example, left to concentrate on his family, while Morgan Beasley retreated to a quieter life in Alaska with his wife. Seeing these exits could have influenced Eustace, who has always prioritized his connection to nature over fame. Let's also consider the smaller frustrations, like losing his truck while hauling timber. For someone as self-reliant as Eustace, even a small defeat like this might have been a tipping point, prompting him to seek a simpler existence away from the pressures of reality TV. Whatever the reason for his departure, whether grief, fatigue, or a desire for a life free of cameras, Eustace remains true to his ethos. His decision serves as a reminder that living authentically often requires knowing when to step back. While fans might miss him on screen, Eustace is still doing what he loves, living simply, inspiring others, and reconnecting with the wild, this time without the boom mics. Good news for Mountain Men fans, Eustace Conway isn't going anywhere. Despite rumors about retirement or embarking on an epic off-grid adventure, it turns out that he's coming back for another season. His name is already topping the cast list, so breathe easy. Eustace isn't done teaching us how to survive in the wild just yet. Even when he's not on TV, Eustace stays busy. He's gained a massive online following and continues to explore the outdoors while sharing his expertise. At his Turtle Island Preserve in Eustace, Conway runs nonprofit programs at Turtle Island Preserve in Boone, North Carolina, teaching survival skills and a deep respect for nature. Thousands trade screens for hands-on wilderness experiences. His life blends adventure and philosophy, with no wedding rings or social media, just authentic living. Eustace doesn't just talk about going against the grain, he lives it.